Hi, I'm Robert. Welcome back to another on-the-road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Stop. Before you begin any repair, unplug the appliance from the wall outlet. It is also recommended that you check for proper voltage. The tools required to complete this repair are a 1/4-inch nut driver. Today we'll be replacing the defrost heater on this Frigidare top mount refrigerator. Customer's complaint was no cool in the fresh food section and items thawing out in the freezer. To begin this repair, you must first remove the back cover. So we'll open the door and remove the shelf. The shelf is removed by sliding it that way and then tipping the shelf up and pulling it back this way to the right. Usually you will find some rubber bushings that are attached to the shelf that would have to be removed prior to removing the shelf, and they'll just pull off. They're on kind of tight. And if the unit's cold, you can heat them up a little bit with a lighter or a hair dryer to get them to pop off the shelf easily. So you see we have the shelf tilted as far up as it will go, and we can slide it right out. Next, we'll remove the 2 screws that hold the evaporator cover in place. Your 1/4-inch hex screws, one on each side. Set those aside. Now we will lift up on the air tower and slide the top out first. And we will reach back and unplug the Molex plug on the back wall. Now that we've unplugged the Molex plug, we can take the entire cover assembly out, and your cover is removed. Now that the evaporator panel is off, we have clear access to the defrost heater. What we're going to do first is we're going to remove the styrofoam block from the left side. What these styrofoam blocks are for is to make sure that the airflow goes straight up through the center of the evaporator. And we're going to grasp the suction line and slightly bend it outward. Then we will disconnect our Molex plugs on the heater. And on the right side, you're not going to remove the block. You're going to fold the wire under the evaporator tubing and just push it out of the styrofoam block. On the very base here, you have 2 aluminum straps. You're going to bend the tab back out straight. And then you can start to unstrap the heater, like so. And you rotate the strap around so that you can get a better grip on it. And push the strap all the way through. And you can either leave the strap where it is, or you can pull it out completely. I like to pull it out completely, that way it doesn't get all bent up. We'll set that to the side, and we'll repeat the process on the right side. Be very careful because the evaporator fins are sharp and they will slice you up. Once the straps are disengaged, the heater will slide right out, and your defrost heater is removed. Now that we have a new defrost heater, let's go ahead and install that. We're going to slip the wires back and bring the heater up under the center of the evaporator. Then we're going to take our straps and get those slipped in between the evaporator tubing. And then get our strap started through the slot. And carefully close the strap up. Again, these fins are quite sharp and they will cut you. And then fold the tab back up underneath the heater. And then we'll come over to the other side and repeat that process. You want to go past the second tubing and then bring it down through. And that's just for stability. Once you get it started through, you pull it and slide the tab. Press down on the strap, get you a little more slack. And then fold the tab up underneath. Now we'll straighten our heater out. And bring our wire back up through the race in the styrofoam block. Like so. And then we will install the styrofoam block on the left side of the evaporator. Line up the wire, pull it through the block. And then we will bring the assembly up. As we push back on the suction line. And then we'll reconnect our Molex plugs. Push it back as far as it'll go. While you got it pushed back on the suction line a little bit more. Now it will stay in place while we reinstall our evaporator cover. We're going to slide it in place. Plug in our Molex. Make sure that both the clips are clipped. Raise it up and we'll fit the bottom into the hole. And rotate the cover back. And then we will install our 2 1/4-inch screws. And the cover is installed. And now we can reinstall the shelf. We're going to slide it in on an angle, bring it up to the holes that we want it in on the left, and then slide the shelf into the holes and drag the right side down to meet the holes on the right and move the shelf to the right. And the shelf is installed. That completes the repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.